Are you ready? Will you help me with the final ritual?
Of course.
Of course, yes.
What should we expect on the other side?
Xin Yue, attempting to bring back Kugupti from the dead.
Prepared for us, I assume?
Yes. She will likely have undead Onindoru allies with her.
Luckily I have a weapon that's quite adept at dealing with them.
You are prepared for this. You have fought many of these types of creatures before.
If any of us fall, do we have a way to escape her clutches?
You have recently found a book that has a reincarnation ritual in it. That could be one way.
If I fall during this, I want to come back to help. I don't particularly care about existing. I just want to help. And if being here is able to do that, then I'll do that.
Done more than anyone else. I'd want to come back too.
We all have.
If she turns me into one of those things, kill me again.
Without hesitation.
Then we're ready.
Well, I'm going to ask the party to essentially perform the Open the Wall of Ghosts ritual again, which is still in your Rituals tab. As you may remember, there are 5 skill checks in there that you split up. Annoyingly not listed in this pop-up, but... Occultism or religion. Sorry, occultism and religion. Deception, diplomacy, intimidation.
Time
I'll
to
roll.
stop being angry at them again.
I'll take occultism.
Religion?
Intimidation.
That's the 5 checks.
Who's the who's leading?
She is.
Oh, okay, cool. So we're all secondary casters.
They're all secondary casters.
Let me just check something real quick before I go.
Oh. Oh.
I was
Hey,
really
Anton,
hoping.
can I get a hero point for saying I would
Well,
have the great
if you're
good over
secondary,
myself?
that's a success still.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh
It-
no, she stomped it. It's fine.
A secondary failure doesn't matter very much anyway. It's like a -1. In my rules.
Well, we all succeeded anyway.
Nope. Except
No,
for
we
like,
Lee crit fails, which is funny, but that's okay. That's still in original ritual rules. Not the time to talk about it, but my ritual rules are modified. All 6 of you working together on opening the Wall of Ghosts. You find her guidance very helpful. She is, as you're not probably surprised to learn, a fairly powerful divine caster and knows what she's doing with these sorts of things. It takes about 10 minutes this time, not 1 day as it took last time. And about 9 minutes, as you're, most of the way into this ritual, you can all feel that it's nearing completion. She looks at you and says, "Before we continue, I need to make sure you understand one thing. Everything I've told you about Xin Yue and Kugupti and this monastery is true.
I sense a but.
But there is a burning question that remains in your mind, isn't there? The mystery that drove you here? The Willowshore curse? I'm sorry if it might appear that I've deceived you or avoided this question, but the truth is, You were not ready to hear the answer. Now, you are. She essentially cancels the ritual 90% into its progress bar, and then just moves through the wall of ghosts.
What the?
What just happened?
Can we pick it up? Can we finish it?
The ritual is disrupted as she is the primary caster.
I'm gonna walk to the wall.
You find that it is not solid at all. There's nothing there. And you do see her in the hallway just beyond, drifting down further.
Can you explain?
Follow me. You will understand.
Really started to hate this place.
I have a nasty feeling.
It was never going to be so simple.
I don't think it's simplicity, I think it's something with all of us.
Always more threads.
So, what's beyond the mini wall of ghosts, which, in fact, if any of you are particularly curious, you could even step back and step there. It's like a curtain, but it stops you not in the slightest. And Jihui, sorry, drifts onward, and this short hallway ends, and then there's a much rougher set of stairs kind of descending downwards, and tree roots start to poke through the sides of this earthen tunnel.
I have a... You say we'll understand when we get there?
Tell me, have you experienced any strange visions lately?
I have. We all have, haven't we?
Many.
When did we die? These aren't jokes.
Walk into our trapped spirits.
You turn the corner. She doesn't answer that. You turn the corner, descending down this stairs, into a room I will describe more in a second. There's a giant tree with roots poking out from it from upstairs, and red fluid leaks from it. 6 creatures stand around a pool in the center, and the one in front turns. A powerful feeling of deja vu hits you at this point. You see the same turn of the head, repeated 5 other times. And time comes to a stop in the room. You understand, she says, talking to you, Isaran.
We've done this before.
Isaran, your passive aura sight alerts you to the presence of undead all around you.
I know it. How many times have we done this now?
115.
We always the same people? Or different?
No, you have changed a lot. Every time you learn something.
But the same cycle, same result.
The scene fades out. She doesn't quite answer that. The scene fades out into another scene you've seen many times before. Why do you think you keep seeing this memory? Why does it act like a keystone for you? Because this is where you died.
Which time?
Did we die at the start of this whole thing? The first night?
On the first day of summer of 7108. In the middle of the night, something happened in Willowshore. We don't know what. But on the night of the reenactment festival, all of you died in your sleep. And the town, every inhabitant of the hinterlands, in fact.
And this Kugupti, he's trapped us, toying with us, making us repeat this over and over.
Yes, your souls, the souls of the Noprabo, and even our souls here at the monastery, were drawn into this purgatory.
But you said things changed, that we've changed.
Yes, don't you remember? And like an avalanche of memories is freeing itself in your mind. You remember, for example, fighting Zodo at least 10 times. You start to remember waking up right here, as she said, over 100 times.
Have we ever killed her? Stopped her?
No. I'm afraid this is your 6th time reaching Xin Yue, and you have always failed.
The fact that things have changed at all means Kugupti doesn't have complete control over this place.
That's the
We
thing.
can break out.
That's the thing. This place, it is not Kugupti's realm. Kugupti is also trapped within it. Something more complicated is going on here.
If we release this, we release Kugupti.
Or maybe not. Maybe we do what we did to our thief friend.
Allow them to pass on. I would explain why we haven't heard much in the outside world about Nindoru, because the most Nindoru are probably trapped in this loop.
Every inhabitant you have seen is trapped here. None can escape this place. It is a simulacrum.
You realize that means the same for us, right? We win, we die.
We're already dead.
No, we're not dead. That's the problem.
You are neither alive nor dead. He is right. All of us are between death and life. Our souls trapped here in a stagnant cycle. We cannot reach the real world. We cannot reach the great beyond.
Well, I'd rather be reborn than stuck in this.
What mockery of the gods' true natural cycle is this?
We need to be sure. If we stop this and release all of that into the world,
I don't know if it will be released or if it collapses and then just stops.
do you
I
know what will
assume-
happen?
I assume Kugupti is doing something here to gather power. If he's released ahead of whatever ritual is being done, then wouldn't that be better than allowing him to ascend?
In this avalanche of memories that you're starting to remember, something that genuinely confuses you, that like you don't remember remembering it, if that makes any sense, appears before you. You've seen this once before. There is a purple portal or anomaly of some kind. Where is this? Try to lock onto the memory, and you realize you're standing in downtown Willowshore at the empty lot of the governor's manor, looking at this anomaly.
The manor. Does it always disappear?
Yes. Every year the mana disappears without a trace along with your governor. You've told me this before.
But it happens on the day we died. The start of this loop.
This memory that you're all sharing, let's put Jihui on here, comes to you. You've all inspected this, as you remember, in like session 1 or 2, probably, maybe like 3. You see the 5 of you, Willowshore's best magical specialists, like Igawa Jubei and Elizeth, walking around. They don't see the obvious, huge, like purple portal in the middle of all of you. Just walk around and ignore it. Lee walks right through it.
How?
The place we exist right now exists only within our minds. If you do not believe something can be there, you simply do not see it. Your brain does not comprehend its existence.
Stopped believing in the mayor's manor? They've been tricked to believe that it isn't there.
I don't know, but I'm afraid that will be a mystery for you to solve, as I cannot venture too far from this monastery.
I think Isaran just laughs a little bit and then pulls out the little note from the cat. Of course. Of course the cat likes us. It makes a lot
What?
more sense now.
Why?
You remember what type of creature the cat is?
Ah.
Because we're dead. Cat likes corpses and the dead.
A few more memories in this avalanche. I took some slightly fake screenshots, but real quotes from you, players.
Oh, fuck.
Hana telling Fang Hangrui, you're still a spirit trapped where you don't belong. Hisui telling Yuni, your memories are fragmented and emotionally charged. Because you don't realize you're dead. In each case, you realize the spirit tried to tell you. Responding, for example, so are you. And you didn't hear it.
So, we just have to do something we've failed at. What did you say? 115 times?
Let it
Six
take
for this one.
1,000.
This time is different. Something has changed this year. It made Kugabti stronger. And some of the manifestations Kugabti manifested in the last cycle bled into this one. To you, it might have seemed like monsters that appeared out of nowhere on the first day of summer. In reality, they had been occupying Willowshore for weeks, and it was you that suddenly appeared next to them. But this change, it proves something is changing about this mindscape. It's not the same year to year. That means we can change it too.
Well, time to do something we've never been able to do before. I know I'm not staying trapped.
Must restore the proper order of things.
You hear a voice interrupt your sort of reverie. Well, I hate to put an end to your lovely speech, Master Jihui. I'm afraid it's getting a bit dull on the re-listen, though.
When you are dead, even we won't remember you. I take comfort in that fact.
The visions and the memories you were seeing kind of shatter and you realize it is Xin Yue speaking, and you're back in this chamber, with sort of time unfrozen, so to speak. So I said I would give you a room description. So this is a huge cavern. How there can be such a huge cavern under a tree, you have no idea. But the ceiling's almost 60 feet high, and there's giant tree roots poking down from above, with red fluid dripping from them. The fluid collects in this pool in the center, out of which what looks like a clawed hand is poking out of, 4 fingers and a thumb. 6 creatures are gathered around, 5 of them Kurobozu monks, the 5th right here. How's it feel? Your mind's blown? You learned the truth?
Got better things to worry about than that right now.
No, it feels like we've a job to do.
You're just moths near a lantern, unaware that you've been flying in circles. How sad.
And your prattle is meaningless noise.
Time to break the circle.
As I said, not even the dead will remember you when we're done.
She draws her weapon. Don't worry. I will be the blade that severs you from this trap.
You talk about being dull and bored, but you relish in attempting to repeat what's been done over and over.
And you've failed every time so far. We won't this time.
So, died here 5 times looking for another rematch. Really?
I will die 1,000 more times until you die.
So if you're still here, that means you've also failed, and you will continue to do so.
You think you can do this 1,000... Oh, Master, you haven't told them. You're as cruel as Mies. Or wait. She looks at Master Jihui, who's silently looking ahead. You don't realize either, do you? Lord Kugupti is too close to awakening. There will be no more cycles after this. Afraid this is your last chance.
Then we have nothing to lose. Let's kill her.
Then we shall succeed.
You're right. Why am I wasting time? Trying to convince you has never worked. Let's get to battle. At which point, she makes a hand gesture over behind her, and the 5 Kurobozu around the pool. I'm not gonna make you fight 5 Kurobozu. That'd be so. Can you imagine how fucking annoying that would be? The 5 Kurobozu around the pool all fall forwards and disappear in the red liquid. And instead, like watching a horrific live birth of some kind, 5 Nindoru crawl out of the pool. And who is ready for a fucking boss fight?
Oh, jeez.
Let's
This
do
is,
it.
Oh. Oh, my.
Oh boy, okay.
No!
This is spicy.
Oh my. What have we gotten ourselves into?
I don't think we're making it, lads.
I'm hearing a lot of crying,
Yeah.
not a lot of solutions.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
I'm hearing a lot of people bitching out. You have not... You're level 6.
That's fate?
There will be no bitching in this kitchen. Let's go.
Okay.
Charge!
After the session, I'm curious to ask some questions about how this plot felt and so on, but for now, let's fight some fucking bad guys.
I'm fucking ready.